Hey guys, Sid here, and welcome back to another Academics 101 video. Today I'll be talking to you about growth mindset and refreshing your motivation. So before we can talk about that though, we have to back up just a little bit and talk about something called cognitive learning theory, or the theory about how we use thinking in order to learn. This is founded in something called metacognition. Now, because of pop culture these days, the word meta might throw you for a little bit of a loop, but really this just means in a self-aware sense. So metacognition means to think about thinking, right? We're aware of how we're thinking and what our thought patterns look like. This has a lot to do with how we handle stress and therefore how we grow. So how we think about ourselves can then make our lives a lot easier or a lot harder. And this then impacts how we feel and then how we act. This is especially true about how we think about our abilities regarding school, and then how our external stressors affect how we do in our classes. So if we think that we're capable of overcoming challenges and learning how to do things we didn't think we could before, we're a heck of a lot more likely to do that, right? But if you bog yourself down with thoughts like, oh, I'm never going to learn this, I can't do this, this is too hard, I don't belong here, you'll convince yourself of that, and then you won't do well. So this then circles back around to the topic of the video, growth mindset. Growth mindset is the mindset that our value is not fixed, meaning we always have the potential to grow, improve, and change. We are not born with a predetermined set of values, worth, or what we can and can't do in life. This is all up to us. And this is especially true when it comes to college. Fixed mindset, however, is the opposite. This is when we believe that our value, our potential, our ability to grow and change is fixed from birth, meaning that it is predestined for us. It's been foretold by the stars or whatever, that we can only amount to a certain amount. But this is not true. Our value as people and as students is not determined externally. The power is in our hands. So, how then does our stress affect our mindset? Repeated short-term stress is good. That's what we call good stress. And then we have chronic or long-term stress. This is what we usually talk about when we say the word stress. So that repeated short-term stress or good stress is called eustress. See, you have that prefix, the EU, the U, same thing as in the word euphoria. That means good. So these are our day-to-day experiences that are easier to handle with consistent rest and self-care. Think about waking up with your alarm or making sure you leave on time to not only get to class, but to get a cute little coffee or something, a little treat. But then chronic stress or distress is when that biological stress response is dragged out for an extended amount of time. It could be weeks or months or even years. Our chronic stresses could be because of behaviors and habits that we form ourselves, but these are frequently from external sources. See, things are coming back together where our external and internal stresses affect how we think, feel, and act. So we want to cultivate good stress because this builds self-esteem through our sense of accomplishment. It inspires and motivates us. The earlier you get up, the more time you have to get a little treat before class, for instance. But when we pile on bad stress, this triggers old stresses and distresses that build on our current one, right? It dominoes. So it also wears down your body and amplifies your aging, reduces your immune system's efficacy, and more. So you know how everybody gets sick in winter? Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for that, but you'll notice that here on campus, sicknesses fly through our student population. This is because we're stressed in exam time. And the more we give in to stresses and we let our bad habits and behaviors form into distress, the sicker we get, and then the more stressed we get, and it's just a vicious cycle.